Cancer, what it do? Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a reading for the week of March 9th through the 15th. Thank you for joining me. This will be a message from your higher self, or messages from your higher self, to be a little bit more succinct. I will be pulling overarching energy from the Starseed Oracle deck. If you stick with me to the end of the reading, I will read a bit out of the guidebook for you. This deck can be a little bit auspicious, so just in case the meaning or the messages don't come through fully, we will do that. We'll also pull some advice from the Untethered Souls deck. So without further ado, let's get into it. We have the Star Ancestors card showing up for you. Hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. So I feel like, and I'm sure this will come out in the reading, but I feel like that there's some something that you know that you've just sort of lost sight from, or that you've forgotten. So there's a message here for you, Cancer. Again, something that you know, perhaps that you came into being on this planet knowing that you seem to have lost sight of. So it'll feel more like you're learning something again, as opposed to something that that you're learning for the first time, which is generally the case. Nine of Pentacles is showing up for you underneath the deck. The Nine of Pentacles is a great card of independence and interdependence. So learning how to be self-sufficient is the message that's showing up for you for this week. The Nine of Pentacles is also a card of just like knowing how, like being abundant within yourself, which is great. And being able to communicate and have your independence as you go into like relationship or partnership, any sort of relationship really. Being able to hold your own, know where you are, know who you are, that sort of thing. So you are showing up as the Two of Wands here. The Two of Wands has to do with making plans, making long-term plans. It also has to do with choices, right? So there's this energy here of wanting to follow your passions, but really like not, it's the energy of like, you know, which college do I go to, right? These have to do with like really long-reaching, long-term decisions that are going to affect things in the long term. But there's this spark. It's like having the world as your oyster energy here. So you're showing up as like really having the world as your oyster and really thinking like, where do I want to be? What do I want to do with this energy, and what decision should I make? Because I know that it's going to be a long-term one. The situation has to do with like not being able to make that decision. We have the Two of Swords showing up here for you. These swords are crossing the moon. So there's something about whatever decision and whatever plans you're making that are going to reveal something about you that you're not quite ready to reveal in a real way. And I think there's a lot of sadness around this. Maybe you're planning something and like, you know, it's going to make a lot of people happy, but it's also going to make a lot of people sad. And the reason that you can't decide is because you're not quite ready to reveal whatever secret you're sort of holding back yet. And again, like that sadness is coming from the Five of Cups that's showing up here as the opportunity. So it's a strange card to show up as the opportunity, but what it's telling me is that there's an opportunity for you to overcome some sadness here, or help other people overcome sadness. Again, as the Nine of Pentacles is showing up underneath the deck, I'm getting the sense that like this is your decision to make, and it's really not your responsibility to manage anyone else's sadness. I don't know why I'm getting that so strong for you, Cancer, is that this is not your sadness, and it may not even come to pass, right? Like sometimes we get so in our heads, this Two of Swords energy, we get so in our heads that we tend to project what we feel others are going to feel onto a situation, and it makes it really hard for us to make decisions when that may or may not be true. If it is true for this person that they're going to be sad or whatever, then that's their cross to bear. And any sadness that comes as the Five of Cups is temporary, right? It passes. We all go through sadness, right? But you cannot manage that for another person, is the message I'm getting here for you. The universe is working on the star energy coming in. So there's some wish fulfillment here for you. Yeah, whatever you've been wishing for seems to be coming to pass here. And I don't think you see it yet, but there's a lot of happiness around this situation, to be honest. So whereas you're seeing this Five of Cups energy and sort of projecting onto this situation, you can see that there are 3 cups in the foreground here and 2 cups in the background. So these 3 cups are actually, what you don't see is that you may be making a decision that leads to a lot of happiness, that leads to celebration, that leads to things like going really well. So again, it's not something that you're conscious of or that you see. So again, this energy, there's an opportunity, I think, for you to not project the idea that something sad or depressing or some sort of loss is coming out of a situation where you have to make a decision. I do see the Six of Swords showing up for you in the near future. So you're moving away from some turbulent times, some sort of difficulty. The Six of Swords can also just mean actually moving. Again, doesn't have to be. This moon is showing up in so many cards here for you. Not so many. Actually only just 2, but I do see the moon in the background of this. So this could also just be you moving away from whatever is being obscured by this decision that you're not making. So moving towards calmer waters, and really not having to plug up anything or tell any delusions, right? In the recent past, I do have the Seven of Swords, which can mean deceptions, delusions, that sort of thing. Moreover, in this reading, it really feels just more like keeping things from yourself. This person is holding 5 swords. So in order to avoid conflict, this person's holding on to a couple of swords here, and then leaving the decision in the foreground, right? This is the two of Swords that's showing up right in the foreground. This person is carrying the 5 swords. So really having a lot of inner conflict around something and then leaving the decision out from that inner conflict. It's really just perpetuating this energy of not really being able to say the thing that needs to be said. But I see you moving away from that, actually. Really moving away from the Seven of Wands energy, taking 6 swords with you, and then having the 1 sword, which is the new idea, the new thought, and the decision that was made. You're showing up in this situation as the Page of Cups. So there's some sort of offer that you want to make, it seems. This could also just be an apology that you've been holding on. You may have been holding on to a resentment that that you hadn't reconciled. You may be waiting for an apology from somebody, and anytime you wait on an apology, that is also an energy of resentment, right? If you're well, I'll just wait for this person to come back around so that they can tell me what they did wrong, that's actually holding on to a resentment. So I don't know which of those situations that there is. This could also be waiting on an offer of love or being able to offer more love. And again, an apology is love, right? So just getting that energy here. Also getting that energy in the Six of Cups. Lots of cups here in this reading for you. So probably a very deeply emotional time. What's right in front of you is a reconciliation. So this could be somebody from your past coming back in. This could be like a childhood friend, something like that, a family member, somebody that you've known in this life and many lifetimes in the past. Or it can simply, like I said, be some sort of reconciliation that's coming in for you that kind of starts a relationship anew. Hopes and fears for you is the Ten of Cups. So lots of happiness I see coming in for you, Cancer. Definitely an energy of... The Ten of Cups is an overabundance of happiness, right? So it's like nines in the deck, and then the tens are one past that. So I'm seeing a lot of happiness. Again, any of these, like, I see mostly minor arcana, except for this star Aquarius energy for you, and this Wheel of Fortune, which we'll get to. But yeah, definitely quite a bit of happiness coming in for you, or something that you're hoping for in this situation. And outcome, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Again, a very like beautiful card to get, and also a card of something coming back around. And this is where I see that Six of Cups, Page of Cups energy, some sort of apology that allows a new cycle to begin, allows the wheel to turn so that a new cycle begins. But generally a very happy card that speaks towards good fortune and new beginnings. And when I say new beginnings, I mean things that, again, we talked about lost wisdom, look a little deeper, hidden secrets, for things that had previously failed, because the Wheel of Fortune can also mean disfortune, right? Coming back around with an opportunity for reconciliation and fortune to come out of things that were previously disfortune. So very good sign for you there. I will pull a card advice out of the Untethered Souls deck, if I can speak. But before I do that, let's go ahead and read this Star Ancestors card. Hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. The ancients knew much more than we do about our connection with the stars. Their pyramids, temples, and other places of worship, created in precise alignment with the stars, exist in all corners of the world. What if this ancient wisdom is available for you to uncover now? You're being called to think and listen with your ancient heart and soul, to tap into the part of you that remembers and knows. All ancient secrets are whispered forever in your ears. All mystic knowing blooms in your heart. All potent power pumps through your veins. You're being invited to step into your ancient knowingness, to be held by the rememberings of the star ancestors, to look a little deeper. If you're feeling stuck, you're being called to do something different, to change your point of view. Creativity happens when we put together two things that don't belong, when we do the unexpected. So often a creative solution is right in front of us, but because we think the same thoughts and act the same way, we miss what's in the open. You are here to remember and uncover ancient secrets and transmissions, technology and wisdom that are so needed on the planet right now, to unlock your soul's memories of a time when we lived in harmony on Earth and one day will again. Starseed activation. I'm ready to remember ancient mysteries and secrets from deep within. So this is very much a call to really speak towards your inner wisdom, things that you have that are innate part of your soul here. So let's get some advice for you. Ultimately, the only way to know about God is by letting your being merge into the being, and then seeing what happens to you. Dual message there for you, Cancer. This is about connecting to your higher self, which is very fitting for this reading. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you've made it this far. I appreciate having you around, and I will see you next week.